for that take. Don't be yelling at Jay Hud like that.
That's my nigga.
You ain't gonna talk to Jay Hudson like that. You ain't call him your nigga.
That is
Like,
my nigga, man. We live.
no.
We not doing that.
All
We
right,
not doing
he
that.
is doing that. We doing that right, motherfucker. Now,
Oh
That's
my
your
lord.
African
This is
American.
how
That's
we.
right.
This is exactly how we not gonna get
Oh,
monetized
you're fuck.
again.
so I'm here with a whole bunch of niggas who, from what we seeing in
Oh
this
my
pre-stream,
God.
nobody seems to agree with each other. So this
He's
is gonna
gonna
be very.
call me a nigga.
We got the scenario we're painting here is if Zoro never fought Mr. One, what the fuck are the Straw Hats gonna do to take this man out? And whoever wants
They
to
gonna win.
kick it off. Let's go.
They gonna
You ain't
win
just
I'm
because they
call
the
us
saying
straw
I'm
niggas.
saying
hat.
they fucked.
I'm saying they
Nah.
gonna win because they the
I mean,
straw hat, and
If Zoro
there's gonna
loses,
be a way for them to win.
if
Like,
Zoro loses
If
to
Zoro,
Mr. One, I don't understand how they stop the bomb. In my
Yeah,
opinion,
they don't stop him. I think Crocodile kills them all.
wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Crocodile's not
I
at the
don't
No,
see
bomb by
that.
the time it goes off.
I
yeah.
don't see that at all.
How do you not see that at all?
I
Who's
will,
gonna deal with him?
I will say
I know we're deviating from what I just said, but literally Crocodile's gonna run through them all
He's
like he ran.
running through all they shit. No lube.
So
Like,
Nothing.
Sanji is
Nobody there is
that
stopping
weak?
Crocodile except
Hold
for
on, wait.
Luffy. And
Sanji
Luffy,
Luffy
is
is
that
damn near
weak?
dead at the time.
Luffy,
You're
the
saying
strongest member.
Sanji
Who
is
the
that
hell
weak?
else can stop him or touch him?
stop
Cause
who?
we hold on. Doesn't
I'm
Sanji
not talking
fight
about Croc.
Zoro
He
on
brought
a
up Croc.
daily basis?
He
Look
No,
at
but
does,
wait,
yeah.
look.
Milo, but hold on, here's the
No, wait.
problem though. If Zoro is out of commission, right? So now the Straw
Right.
Hats are losing one of their major pieces. Luffy at this time is comatose. He's damn near dead at
I
this point.
just said
So,
Sanji's name.
but
Sanji fights
Sanji, hold on,
Zoro
but
all the
Sanji,
time,
but hold on, wait, but Sanji's
and
having a hard time with Mister Two. He's occupied. So if Zoro doesn't deal with Mister One, the Straw Hats are fucked.
not all of them.
Who is stopping Crocodile? Because remember, at this point, Crocodile's not dealing with Luffy. He's already beaten Luffy. So who's stopping Crocodile?
Okay, okay, wait. Okay, so Zoro loses to Mr. One, correct?
Yes, yes.
Boom. He goes on to Sanji next, doesn't he?
And he kills Sanji.
Why does he automatically kill Sanji?
Crocodile he automatically kills him, just like he automatically killed Luffy.
How does he
What?
automatically kill these people?
Crocodile
Nigga,
ain't gonna do
hold on.
anything if
Luffy
Luffy couldn't.
survived. Listen, hold on, wait. Luffy survived due to some out of those world fucking bullshit
I
plot
thought we were
hacking
talking about
shit.
Mr. One.
All right, hold on, listen,
Exactly.
listen. All right,
Somebody has
listen,
said,
hold on, listen.
and
Mr.
that was
One, hold on,
black.
wait. So
I'm sorry.
Sanji taking on, hold on, answer this question. Is Sanji taking on Mr. One and fucking Mr. Two at the same time? That answer is no.
Okay,
Who said it
Mr.
was
Two
at the
is
same time?
down.
Let's
Like,
examine what happened in the moment that Mr. One
exactly.
and Mr. and Zoro
I
are
don't
fighting. While
understand.
Mr. One and Zoro are fighting, Crocodile is already looking for that last poneglyph with the king and all that. Luffy's knocked out. The Straw Hats are in the town square looking for the bomb. So if Zoro loses, Mr. One would have to go to the town square to make sure the bomb goes off.
And then at that point, Mr. One would face all the Straw Hats.
Right.
Well, all the Straw
All of
Hats
them.
are
But
fucking
all the
him
straw
up.
hat bottle, but at that point, all the straw hats is also dealing with the rest of the freaking Baroque's work too. Y'all
No, they're
forgetting this.
not. The Baroque's works are fighting the rebel army. They're just trying to stop the bomb.
I don't even care. I still think they all fucking lose.
You're
All of the
Listen,
Straw Hats are
crazy.
losing to
You're
Mr. One.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're credulous.
You're crazy. If you think all of the Straw Hats are losing.
Everyone except for Sanji is getting one shot.
So wait,
They're
it's
not.
Sanji. They're not.
No,
No.
Usopp,
Usopp
one shot.
Usopp doesn't get one
no,
shot.
no.
Usopp has taken so much damage
No,
in this
Usopp. Hold on, wait.
manga.
When have you ever seen? Hold on,
Stop it.
wait. Usopp take a
Usopp
lot of
was
blunt force. Hold on,
bandaged
hold
from
on, hold on.
head.
Let's address
He
this
was
Usopp
he
shit.
was bandaged from head to toe the entire
No,
arc,
but
and
hold on. Here's the
still
thing,
ran
though.
around and fought.
When have we ever seen Usopp get slashed? We've
He
seen
got
him take
slashed in
blunt.
that arc
Not like hold on. By who?
By
by
Miss Merry Christmas? You comparing her slashes to Mr.
To
One?
Mr. One? Like, come on, get real. Is the Usopp surviving the atomic spark?
One
The
back.
answer is no.
He took two bombs directly, like
That's
to the
all
front and to the
concussive
back.
force. Listen,
I
Usopp
want to see this nigga get impaled.
does is surviving blunt
Oh,
force.
listen,
What's the
Damn,
difference
we know
between
getting
what's
impaled
more
don't kill you.
devastating to your body, a slash or an
not so
explosion? What's more
There's a
devastating?
reason why Oda never put him in that kind of situation.
What's more devastating, Tyron, a splash or an explosion?
Hold on, what is it? The
I mean,
explosion.
according to Pell,
Listen,
slash.
I'm about to answer that question. Outside of the burn damage, right? Mostly what explosion is concussive force.
Which one is more damaging to your body, a bomb or a cut?
A bomb has a much bigger effect, greater area effect, so the bomb is natural.
What has more effect on your body, a bomb or a cut?
That depends on where you add to a bomb. It depends on where if you talk about point
Oh
blank
my
range.
God, stop it.
Both of
No,
those
I'm not
bombs were
stopping
point
it.
blank range. Both of the bombs were at point blank range. So again, what's more devastating, a bomb at point blank range or a cut at point blank range?
A cut that's literally
So let me.
going.
Hans, I agree with Bob. But so what you're telling me is that one-on-one, Usopp is surviving Mr. One?
I'm saying
I
if the
would
nigga
let it
cut
happen.
it,
happen.
he's not dying in one slash, like you said. He's not.
Okay, fine. Hold on. Forget the one slash. Remember, this nigga got multiple attacks that cut your ass up to pieces in an instant. Fuck the one slash shit. Is Usopp surviving this nigga shit? That
Zoro,
dice bullshit he did, Usopp surviving that?
when he used Daisy Blades on Zoro blocked the attack and the pressure.
Okay, but this conversation was the Straw Hats versus Mr. One, and you're trying to break it down like a 1v1v1v1v1.
Yes.
Why
No.
isn't Sanji kicking him? Why isn't Sanji kicking him while he's running after Usopp? Why isn't Nami doing something? Why aren't they all attacking this man at one
Setting
time?
up mirages, like setting up fog. Like,
Point was Sanji breaking metal.
He did.
what?
But Sanji's destroying metal at this point.
Yes.
Sanji,
Yeah.
when we meet him, Sanji literally is known for that.
Yeah, that was his thing.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. That's what I'm saying. If Sanji's able to if Sanji ain't got to deal with nobody else, he's dealing with Mr. One, and because Mr. One is naturally, by his nature, is really a martial artist as opposed to a swordsman, then Sanji will be dealing with that nigga. However, that is an extremely difficult situation.
Okay.
Sanji, just like it was
Sanji's
an extremely
not
difficult
alone.
situation for
But
Zoro.
he's not alone.
Sanji was alone.
With the rest of his
Hold on. But here's the thing, though, right? We're assuming. Hold on. Here's the thing. Let's answer this question, though, right? Let's check this out. So,
Stop saying we're assuming. This whole thing
No,
is
I'm not saying assuming. I said, so check this out. So let's say fucking Sanji doesn't get there in time, right?
Let's say he does.
So Mr. One is dealing with fucking Usopp and Nami. They're getting dealt with. That's
No,
done. I don't
they're
care
not, because
Not
we've
if
seen
Nami hits the
we've seen
Thunderbolt.
Nami and Usopp go up against people that
Yeah,
should have
plus-
killed them
Plus, hold
instantaneously,
on.
and that has never
We're
happened.
mixing up this what's happening during the storyline. I'm literally going through the chapters right now to see where is everyone at while Zoro and Mr. One are fighting. So when Zoro and Mr. One start their fight, the only people around them would be Nami and what's her name, right? Usopp at that time is already fucked up.
Done.
He's already fucked up, bandaged up, and Sanji's on his way with Chopper.
He's broken.
Mr. One's not dealing with all the straw. He don't have to deal with all the straw hats. The situation even worse for the straw hats now.
How is it worse?
At the same time, when you kept talking about him having like these one-hit kills things, like I literally just saw him throw like mad unblocked hits at Zoro's chest, and that nigga didn't die.
Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy are fucking endurance monsters.
Add Usopp to the list. You're gonna add Usopp to that list.
Nami is. Oh, guess what? We're not adding Nami to that list.
Fair enough. I didn't say that. I said Usopp.
Okay, hold on. Here's the thing, though.
I agree with that, Tyler. I agree with that.
Answer this question. No, here's the thing, though. Usopp can survive it, but Usopp is not going to be in the position to do anything.
No, I agree with that, and I agree with the Nami can't survive one. But literally, as she first gets stabbed right in her face, all through her face and chest, she learns how to do the mirage shit. So she might be able to pull some at least trickery on that nigga.
But is that really stopping him?
It's at least stalling him.
Mr. One is not.
Stalling is stalling is stopping someone.
Around
Well, I'm still going through the chapters to see where what's everyone doing to see.
so with that going on, all they when they all met up, when they finally met up, Luffy did arrive. So we should be able to put him in that equation.
What?
Yeah, I didn't hear what that nigga said.
What is that sound?
Milo's
That's
dying.
Oh,
probably
I'm
Milo.
sorry. Mute me.
Milo.
Mute me.
Milo dying.
I can't. J Hut can.
I'll do it. Oh.
Oh, you ain't gotta talk to Jay Hudson like that.
Stop saying that.
I will when you stop talking to Jay Hudson like that. You gonna respect him.
treating him
You
with the utmost
gonna respect the man. You gonna respect him. You gonna respect him. You gonna respect him.
I'm
Yo,
respecting.
Go back to the top. Go back to the topic. Go back to the topic.
Nigga.
Act like you.
Anyway, I'm saying like so. Say Luffy does arrive.
Oh no.
I'm still looking. I'm still just going through everything.
For Luffy and Mr. One when they fight. That hard high
Hold
dip,
on.
stream dip.
Hold on, wait. Does Luffy see Zoro dead? Does Luffy know Zoro is
Luffy
dead?
has no knowledge of that.
Well, yeah. See, here's the thing. That Luffy, we don't know where Luffy was up until the point when he arrives right at the nick of time to save Vivi, when Crocodile drops her. Yeah. So, I mean, he could theoretically be in town to meet up with Mr. One before then. Yeah. Because the Zoro and Mr. One fight all happens before Crocodile takes Vivi all the way to the top of the tower and then drops her.
Fine. So then let's talk about this. If Zoro never lets touch steel, Mr. One's never hurt, right? If he's still at full power, he gets the Luffy. So
He's getting,
Until he cut him.
he's getting
Zoro
his
wasn't
face
gonna
you've
beat
got
in.
full Mr. One versus full Luffy. How does
He's
that?
getting his face beat in.
Yeah, he's getting
You realize Luffy was breaking steel in Arlong
Yo,
Park,
we
right?
said that. Like,
Stop saying
like we saw him break steel, no problem.
We're not arguing that Luffy doesn't. Hold on. We're not saying that Luffy don't beat it. We're saying, but Luffy ain't walking out of that exchange fucking all easy peasy and shit. He's getting
Okay.
fucked up by Mr.
I
One.
mean, we started off this whole conversation before this live stream started was Luffy was definitely getting his ass whooped, and now we backed it all the way up to he may not get his ass whooped, but he's not walking away. Like,
I think he's getting his ass whooped.
I think he gets
Listen.
a few cuts on his hands.
Listen.
That's about
He
it.
gets bloody knuckles.
Walking away
He
with
gets some
people
bloody knuckles.
Like I'm
Maybe a
thinking
bloody
he's
arm.
fucked up
That's
pretty
it.
bad, but he's gonna win in the end.
yeah,
That's
it's
it.
fucking crazy.
You
Like,
realize like the strength
I
of
think
his
it's
bazooka around that time was sending niggas flying across the whole ocean.
What?
The strength of his bazooka at that time was literally sending people across the whole oceen.
You think he's
Islands away.
Islands apart. Yeah.
Islands. He did it to Buggy and Waffle.
I think he's gonna
Nick, he
send.
couldn't fuck it out across an island with one punch.
He
All he did
sent them
was
through a fucking whole
He punched Crocodile through fucking bedrock. What are you talking about?
literally a whole fucking big like
Oh, but you understand how-
half
He
a mile
punched him literally out of the fucking ground.
You're talking about after 100 fucking punches.
Hold on, but Virgo, even if it's one. So what if Luffy does a Gatling to Mr. One?
He's punching sliced blades. He's not punching flesh and blood.
Exactly.
Virgo, after the first 3 hits, that blade is bent. The first 10 hits,
Bitch,
Mr.
nigga, this
One
is not
is
a weapon
loose.
sword. He himself is a weapon. What don't you understand?
Okay,
Oh my
so-
god.
But again, Luffy's broken weapons. If you're saying he's a weapon, Luffy's broken weapons.
Like, what are
He's made of steel. He does not need hockey to hurt steel.
Yeah, that's literally a minuscule feat for Luffy to break.
No,
Yeah.
You really need to
point.
understand that. You consider Zoro a
Kind of
person, right?
context that Luffy comes
Again,
from.
you're framing this because there's that like everyone knows that Luffy's weak to cutting attacks. But just because he's weak to cutting attacks does not mean that the motherfucker made out of a sword would whoop Luffy's ass.
Let me say this. Virgo. Luffy's not. Everyone in the verse is not immune to cutting attacks unless you're like Diamond and shit. Luffy's not weak to cutting attacks. He's not immune to it. He's immune to blunt force. That's like the common misconception. Like he can get cut, but he's not weak to cutting attacks. Like, I don't know why people frame it that way. Everyone can get
Their
cut.
understanding is
Luffy
that I'm
can get
saying
cut.
just because he's a blade. You're saying I think that
Listen,
no, hold on. You're thinking just because I think he's a blade, that's why he's Luffy's direct counter. It's only not only that because Mr. One is a combat people. It is not just because he's a blade. All right, he's pretty strong. If
Virgo.
wait, you said equate
Well,
Zoro
let him
to
go.
in terms of strength, and when you think about that, Zoro was hitting Mr. One with some powerful fucking attacks that did nothing. Aside from him being able to cut him, those powerful attacks, gorilla slash, type slash, all of that did nothing to Mr. One.
Yeah, because Zoro himself had a problem.
All right, but hold on. Before we keep going, let's focus back on what the topic was, and that's if Zoro not being there, would the Straw Hats be able to succeed in their shit in stopping Crocodile? Like I said, I've been looking through the chapters right now to see where everyone was. From when Zoro meets up with Mr. One, Sanji has already outed Crocodile, and everyone knows what's going on.
Hello.
You know, so like they already achieved their shit. It's just
Virgo.
about fighting Crocodile.
Virgo.
Yes.
About as far as this whole blade and weapon thing, I need you to remember that Sanji and Zoro fight on a daily basis, and Sanji is kicking the blade of a sword. So if Sanji can kick Zoro's blades, like, because he doesn't have specialized,
That's true.
he kicks, and this man is sword fighting, and a man with legs is blocking swords attack, and they're going back and forth. So don't tell me that the man that is clearly stronger can't punch someone who is a sword.
Luffy kicked
That Zoro was coming at times with the intent to kill, but that is most certainly not the case.
Oh my god.
Virgo. Luffy kicked Zoro's blades in Whiskey Peak.
I remember that.
There you go.
Did his foot get chopped off?
That's quite fine. You understand that man can make multiple blades.
Virgo. Virgo. like,
Yes.
like, so what? Okay, multiple blades get bent. Like, what more do you want? He just get bent multiple times.
I think you're highly underestimating Mr. One.
I think
I
you're
think you
underestimating
overestimating this.
Luffy. That's what
You
I think.
overestimating the thing you're talking about.
I think Virgo, what you're doing is like you're like just because Zoro had such a hard time and people think Zoro was just as strong as Luffy is why that's like a misconception. Zoro has never been and never will be strong as Luffy.
Let the Zoro slender flow.
I'm just saying, like I'm not like I fuck with Zoro. Like that's the truth.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That is literally a
Zoro
fact.
is not adjacent to Luffy.
I mean, the
Yeah,
other thing I
like,
would
as
point
much-
out is that if you look at the beginning of like the of One Piece and then the second half of what we're going through right now, the first half of One Piece, Zoro struggled a lot in his opponents while Sanji had more of a easier time. Whereas in the second half, Zoro has been passing through his opponents and Sanji has been having a harder time.
And if you
Is
want,
that so? Because I'm pretty sure Dean put Sanji on a shirt.
Who?
Dean, you remember the first time we met Sanji?
he
Gene?
wasn't a part of the crew. That don't count. That don't count. No, it don't
Wait.
count.
But
What
also
he does
he put him on there because of like Sanji wasn't fighting back until he was fully allowed to fight back, and then what did he do?
Like,
and Sanji had already fucked.
Hold on,
Sanji had
wait.
already fucked. Wait, just real quick. Like Sanji had already fucked Pearl up, like before he even engaged.
When we
game.
saw Zoro, he was a
Dean, what
prisoner. When we saw Zoro, he was a prisoner for like 30 days and 30 nights, starving to death.
Exactly.
Like, we don't talk about that
Introduction to Straw Hats are
because he-
never good.
because
The
he
niggas always
wasn't a straw hat.
Welcome, Brenda.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Nope.
What's up?
Yes, we can.
Unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Hey, yeah.
It was
Last
always
time you
about
guys
to be
couldn't hear me.
executed when we first ran into him.
What do you got to say? What do you got to say?
What's the topic? Like,
Say it with your
Oh
chest,
my
nigga.
God, Red Nose.
You know, I told you beforehand what the topic was. What the fuck?
I hate you, Red Nose. I hate you.
I literally
I
said, if Zoro is not there to fight Mr. One, what happens to the Straw Hats?
They still win.
Don't even
with
explain it
Straw
to
Hats.
him.
would body him. Sanji versus Mr. One, I think you can beat him.
Thank
That's how I
you.
see it.
What is his body?
You.
Let me
What do you
explain to
mean by
why, right?
body?
Listen, Sanji and Zoro have the same progression, right? Sanji showcased when he fought Jabra. I think he will go to a level where he could dent through a steel metal. Like he'll break through that shit. Like
Sonny was already breaking metal.
he was breaking metal, but I think Mr. One is metal stronger. But I think
And
it will be hard for him in the beginning, and then after that he'll break through that.
honestly, I think it's harder to cut metal than to dent it.
Yeah.
Like honestly speaking, I think Luffy would have to use less force to dent metal than to cut it.
I can agree to that.
Like
I agree with that too.
so,
Y'all not getting what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Luffy can't beat him. I think he get very, very fucked up that during that fight.
how much
But again,
so?
I thought the
Like
topic was
I
how
also
without
think
Zoro, how are they supposed to stop
No.
everything from happening, right?
No, Charlie, that was not the original topic. The original topic was Strawhats versus Mr. One. We transitioned to that topic.
Well, because I'm
nah,
saying, because like
Virgo, you changing your
regardless,
thought.
I mean, yeah, because it should go back to just being Mr. One versus any other Straw Hat. Because if we're just specifically talking about if Zoro's not there, how would they be able to stop Crocodile and shit? Like I said, they already stopped Crocodile with the army shit before Zoro even fights Mr. One. So it's not like that shit had anything to it.
Because at that point, he was getting ready to do whatever the hell he wanted anyway. He didn't care about it.
No, he was only doing whatever the hell he wants because everyone started rioting on him.
Yeah, but they were fucked. They were fucked at that point anyway because he had a bomb in the town square.
Let's just get
What does Zoro have to do with the bomb?
Yeah, but Zoro doesn't even have anything to do. It's Sanji who rolls up and informs Vivi, and then Vivi goes in and tells the other nigga, and they just stop it. So
Didn't
that
Zoro?
still has nothing with Zoro.
Zoro
Unless you think Mr.
Didn't
One.
Zoro throw that nigga up there?
Tower.
No.
Yeah, he did throw him up there. You're right.
I'm in Jim mad low, bro.
Nah, but he's right. He did throw him up there when he came back with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna be hard because Sanji
Nah,
gotta
like
be
you
Mr.
sound
Two.
like
Sanji gotta be Mr.
muffled.
Two first, right? And then
It sounds
Mr.
sad.
One. The problem is, right? Mr. One almost was about to kill Nami, right? So Sanji gotta beat Mr. Two quick, and also
Anything goes.
that's gonna be hard. That's
Oh
really hard
no.
for Sanji.
Senpai.
Someone can probably die from that because
What's up, Verd?
Zoro saved Nami from Mr. One. I recall.
Even if Nami dies, even if Nami
That
dies,
Sanji's definitely gonna. Sanji's getting
But
down.
even, but even in that, Red Nose, he saved her. He saved her momentarily, where she ran and grabbed the weapon that Usopp made, and then as soon as she grabbed that weapon, Miss Christmas rolled up. So it's not like she really got like that much time of safety. So like it could have been done the same thing. She just escaped real quick, grabbed the weapon, and then started stalling Mr. One.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Guys, before we go any further, Hemmings, is that what's going on over there?
Nigga, you playing Kingdom Hearts, con? What you doing over there?
No, I'm playing something else. Greece. What's up, though?
Turn that shit down.
Yeah, we can tell, nigga.
Wait, it's loud?
Yeah,
It's like you came in with your own theme song.
we heard the whole mission that you supposed to go on right now.
My bad.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
Turn that shit down. My fault.
Hey,
Virgo's never gonna be monetized.
but listen, hey,
never.
all I know is Mr. Prince will beat Mr. One. That's all I know.
I don't agree.
He should, because I personally think, right, Mr. Two, like when he was in Impel Down, right, the guy did an attack stronger than Luffy's bazooka in just, I think it was base, right? I think base bazooka, not gear second bazooka, base bazooka, and Mr. Two did a stronger attack. So I'm thinking, if he's taking attacks from Mr. Two like that, he should be able to like beat up
Mr. Two sent Mr. One through a whole fucking wall casually.
Yeah, he did. He's OP. People sleep on Mr. Two. Okama's OP.
Oh, bro, play that nigga. What you mean?
Yeah, y'all gotta admit it. Them packets in One Piece are
I
strong.
recognize this skill. He's giving Sanji a hard time.
Yeah, every fucking Okama has shown up to be a fader in this story. Every single one.
Bro, when they returned to Sabaody and they had like the faggot army walking around, they were fodderizing all the Marines.
So here's the question I pose to you all. Do you think that Mr. Two is more durable than Mr. One?
He has more endurance, not more durability though.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that.
Mr. Two
Yeah,
Face.
I'm about to say I can't say that. I can't say. I think Mr. Two is more durable naturally, but Mr. One got
But
fucking different more
endurance.
endurance.
So let me give you a better question. Who is it easier to damage?
Mr.
Two.
Mr. Two.
Mr.
So
Two.
Mr. Two wasn't getting his face broken.
It's on his face.
Mr. Two
It's on
wasn't
his
getting his
face.
face broken. And why is Mr. One?
Yeah.
Because he can endure that shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can
'cause
endure.
Mr. One has a body. Hold on, Mr. One has a body that's a blunt for.
Yeah.
It's
But
the same-
Mr.
it's
Two will
same-
just
it's like the
endure all
same
that
logic
shit.
with that.
Damn.
Mr. Two got fucked up by the Minotaurus, and he still endured all of it.
Why the fuck is there two Virgos?
I noticed in One Piece. I
Don't
noticed
judge Jay Hudson.
guys, the One Piece story is better
What?
to have endurance.
How?
I think it's better to have
Yeah,
endurance.
We'll explain later, bro. We'll explain later, bro. Like,
Don't you be
think,
breaking the
right,
Matrix?
In my opinion, I think you need to have better endurance than durability because, like, what's that guy name in Impel Down? The warden. He's under the warden. What's his name?
Hannibal.
Hannibal, yeah, Hannibal took like a bunch of gear second, right? You know, like, he took a lot of Gatling. That's endurance. I think, he could probably last longer than Mr. One in a fight because how much endurance he has.
How can it last longer if Mr. One's not feeling any fatigue? He's not getting
I
hit.
don't know.
You just gotta break through the shell. Once you break through the shell, it's easy. It's done.
Why do you
I'm gonna
think?
say even if you do that, so say you break through the shell, that's not gonna do that much more damage than it would to Mr. Two.
But
What?
Virgo, you said to yourself in the beginning, how did Mr. One lose to Zoro?
He left himself wide open to an attack.
And his overconfidence, right?
Correct.
Okay, against a fellow swordsman. You think he's not gonna act the same way? Maybe be even more overconfident?
Chris. He's not gonna be confident against a nigga who uses his fist, and that's it. Oh, everybody got Thanos snap. Oh shit. Never mind.
That nigga was
Thanos, all the niggas. They were talking that bullshit.
So yeah, like, but really though.
He would probably low key let Luffy hit him just because he is a blade.
He
He's like,
would.
oh, you can't get
Damn, you gonna kick a nigga out the call just because I asked the question? I see what kind of world we living in. You hear that, YouTube? See what they do to
This
us?
is crazy.
Hold
Just because we won't conform.
Hold on.
Crazy
Yo,
thought.
kill me. What's up?
You said Sanji could do the same thing to Mr. One, right? Because it was overconfidence.
I'm saying either anyone, Luffy. I'm just saying his overconfidence. It could lead to the same thing. It was a one shot that took him out.
No, exactly. So that means that person has to one-shot him if they do that. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sanji, I don't think is doing that.
Why not?
But again, if he leaves himself open with his overconfidence, thinking that he ain't gonna do shit like he did with Zoro.
Hold on. Virgo, that nigga can one-shot that nigga.
Hold on, Tyrant. He's definitely going to crack him for sure. But the reason is Zoro gave him a full-on, full-body slash.
That's because, you have to understand this, though. Zoro at that time had an inconsistency with his ability. Remember, cutting metal isn't about force. And like that's the reason why Zoro was stupid strong as shit.
Are you going to say inconsistency or plot hacks like you say for other niggas?
Both. But it's mostly an inconsistency on a board. This is more of a case of inconsistency. Zoro is stupid strong, but it's a cutting technique for him to cut steel. Sanji ain't got to deal with that fucking problem because Sanji was just fucking cave in and shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I could agree with that. My biggest thing was not about whether Sanji or Luffy could have the power to do that. Is the fact that they more than likely should have the power to do that. And we know Mr. One let himself open for a nigga that he didn't respect, who was a swordsman. What's he gonna do against niggas who aren't swordsmen, who are gonna come at him with fists? He probably does the same shit.
Virgo, I'm gonna put it like this.
Yes.
Like this, like when Sanji kicks some Marine in the face and they go down and Zoro slashes them, the Marines don't say, Zoro hurt me more because I got slashed. Both of them put out in one shot.
That'd be funny if they on the floor just like, why you bitching? You already got kicked. Nigga, I'm bleeding.
And I don't say that to be funny. I say that to show how Oda depicts
I feel like Oda needs to start doing that shit.
And so I understand what you mean.
What you complaining for? I got slashed, nigga. My intestines all out. I didn't even get a kiss.
Fuck that.
Listen.
Fuck that. This one nigga hit me like 20 times. I can't breathe.
You really think about Sandy has broken some of them niggas.
Boys, so let me just
Look at that pacifista.
So here what I was talking about once again with the whole Mr. 2 not being able to. Once Sanji does get that free attack and he gets through that shell, he still has
Oh, you lagging.
to bypass out. And what the difference was when Zoro did that, he just splashed the man straight over.
Hold on, but wait.
Can you start over? You were lagging after my logo.
Seen Sanji and Zoro. Sanji broke someone's neck and Zoro slashed their chest. Sanji was like, I broke his neck. Zoro was like, I slashed him. I did more damage. And they made it look equal. So you know what? Sanji kicks this man in the neck. His head bends to the other side. He goes down. Like,
Not only that, but like after the Zoro and Mr. One fight and they all meet up, there's literally a panel where Zoro and Sanji are arguing about how fast it's gonna be for each one of them to take out a whole group of niggas. Like if they never even got fucked up by anyone. So like how much damage did Mr. One really do?
Those fodder guys are literally like
but them niggas is just walking around like nothing happened.
Virgo, you still in the Matrix.
How you gonna Matrix? It's your own strength. That's some bullshit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, don't be talking back to Virgo like that, Tyron. He'll kick you.
I'm trying to tell
you. You be lagging in your own
Can you hear me now?
That's true.
You be lagging in your own Discord, nigga. You get kicked out your own room. Now what?
That's not because of lag, though. That's because I kick him out.
Is Virgo back?
Hey, Captain, what does he think? Because I want to know. Does he think Sanji can't beat him?
You call that nigga Captain?
Hey,
he did. He really just did that.
Oh, let that slide.
Hey, so you calling him nigga Captain, but you won't call Most King? This is crazy.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You see how niggas?
Hey, no, Red Nose. I need drunk Red Nose back. I don't like this. I don't like this Red Nose.
This is his YouTube channel.
Yeah, Red Nose. I told you. Hold on. If Red Nose go to San Diego, I'm gonna hold that nigga down and force Henny down his throat.
Facts.
Oh
wow.
No, we need drunk Red Nose. We need this Devil Fruit Awakening.
Exactly. Y'all gonna rape him like a little rapey.
No, we just need a
I know we're talking about a rape.
Hans, I thought I was the only one that heard that.
You say you gonna hold him down, force Henny down his throat. Sound like rape.
Y'all don't understand. Yeah, it's because y'all don't understand the amazingness of drunk Red Nose.
All right, better. You done being disrespectful?
All right,
I was telling Red Nose.
Listen, in the Discord, Virgo's a bitch nigga, but in here, he's a captain. All right, we gotta listen to him.
Hey, my captain.
I'm not a bitch nigga either way. You better watch your motherfucking mouth.
Not my captain.
You see that? Hey, my captain.
Not my captain, too.
You're not finna disrespect me like that. You don't call me no bitch nigga, fam.
Hey, facts. You better kick. You kicked me for asking you a question. You better kick that nigga for calling you a bitch nigga.
No. Listen, Virgo, what do you think? Do you think Mr. One gonna beat him?
Did you hear this nigga talking?
Yeah, Sanji, yeah.
You think Mr. One gonna beat Sanji?
I do.
Like, did you not hear Virgo talk about what he
has a bias. Wait. Virgo already have a bias against Sanji. So this nigga's supposed to say.
No, I don't. I don't care for Zoro or Sanji. They're not even my favorite Straw Hat.
We gotta look at this.
Who's your favorite Straw Hat?
Wait, who's your favorite? Yeah.
Luffy.
That's my
Apparently
name.
not.
Who's your
Apparently not. Because you think he's gonna lose to Mr. One.
That's true. How you gonna
Is that a problem? Okay. That's called being unbiased and using my brain. I'm saying if I love Virgo, right? I'm not gonna say he's gonna fucking go around stomping the verse.
Nah, hold on. What's your favorite team? What's your favorite team?
Luffy
the Bears.
Don't you? Are you going with the Super Bowl?
Of course.
All right, so I don't want to hear that shit. That's some bias shit. Stay with your bias shit.
Oh, no. That's way different, nigga. At least we lead our division.
Nah, let's be realistic. Y'all have a tiny chance. Tiny chance. Tiny.
Absolutely.
Dude, you do know Luffy.
You think Trubisky can score? Oh, we
I know Howard and Cohen can, but nigga, go stop this.
We're gonna talk about this shit right now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some football later, though. We're gonna talk about some football later.
The Bears ain't winning nothing, but that's not.
Shut up, Milo.
We know this. The Bears are trash.
That's fair. I mean, the defense is good, though.
Nigga, what's your team?
Nigga, I don't have nigga. My team is. I can never claim my home team, nigga.
All right, then stop talking to me.
No, nigga.
I got pride in mine.
That's what I'm saying. That's why no captain too.
So wait, I have a question, Red Nose.
Yeah.
What is the difficulty of Sanji beating Mr. One?
It's at high depth. Luffy mid depth.
Okay.
The thing is, Luffy gonna troll around. This is how it is, right? Luffy gonna troll around in the beginning. He gets cut, and then he hits him, and then he's like, "Oh, you hard as fuck." Then after that, he's just gonna hit him harder. That's it. Beats him. That's how he is. He did that to Arlong Park.
So you gonna tell a nigga you hard as fuck?
Luffy,
bro, I mean, it's hard for me to believe that a guy like Don Krieg can last as long as he did, and Mr. One's not gonna last much longer.
He had a lot of advantage. He was under, ship. Luffy had no maneuverability. He had to he was using poison, explosion to keep him away. He was playing distance game, right? Mr. One is a close combat. Luffy gonna get close. If he gets close, they gotta get close. So after that, he's gonna hit him.
We know they get stronger every island as well. Luffy is strong.
Yeah, and think about the damage that Luffy did to Croc when he fights him at the end.
Yeah, he broke through the fucking bedrocks.
Like he had that power for
literally
too if he wanted.
That's literally like 1,000 punches, guys.
Literally, Luffy can make.
But he can throw that like it's nothing.
No, I understand that 1,000 punches to a man that's slashing you every time you hit him.
How's he slashing you if he's getting bombarded with punches?
Hold on, wait. Virgo, you think Mr. One is fast enough to keep up with Luffy now?
No.
He's not slow.
No.
But is he fast enough?
I would say so.
Oh, we're going back to the Trubisky shit.
Yes.
Virgo. You're talking about Luffy right now. Luffy Taro and Wano Kuni right now.
No, we're not talking about right now. Right now, these niggas will fuck up Mr.
Luffy would beat the shit out of him. What are you talking about?
Right now, any of these niggas would fuck up Mr. One right now. Come on.
Base Luffy and Wano is sending that nigga to Sabo.
Yeah, come on. That's not right.
That's what I thought you were saying first. I was like, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, like, hold up.
So do you think Virgo is just throwing his arms wild while Luffy doing a Gatling? Like how? Like,
bruh, he's gonna be sitting. He's gonna be using Daisy Blade. He's gonna fucking have it revving across his fucking hands.
Then he would have killed Zoro. Then he should have killed Zoro.
Look, I'm just saying, every time we've seen Luffy do a Gatling on a nigga, every single one of them, most of them niggas, you see them with their hands up in the air, mouth open, white eyes, just getting bombarded. Like they ain't doing nothing.
You know how
why is this gonna be different?
Got sent up to his bedrock. Luffy's sending Mr. One through his bedrock down. Like that's just the way it's gonna go.
Yeah, the problem is Garp already made him a monster. He trained him as soon as he got out of the fucking island. He was ready. He was set. The guy threw him in the fucking wilderness.
Like how hard did they say that the
Base Luffy wasn't even beating. Base Luffy wasn't even immediately hurting the tech guy of Bluno.
Oh my god.
But
you need to understand Mr. One is stronger than Tekai?
Let me answer this. Like, you can't compare.
Come on, man. You guys.
Y'all. He's trash.
Matrix.
Who's lagging in whose stream?
One's body. Tekai was.
Virgo.
Oh wow.
Virgo taking that in right now. Who
I'm just fucking around.
Wait. So you think Mr. One was as hard as that guy now? That's what you're saying?
I don't see why not.
Hold on, I need to. Do you remember what they said? How hard Arlong's teeth were?
Hardest to say iron or steel.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Luffy just took
Virgo,
that
hold on,
shit
Virgo.
without getting chopped up.
Here's the problem.
listening,
No,
G.
you know Tekai's harder. Wait, hold on. Tekai's harder because it's iron body. He's steel. They iron. Iron is stronger than steel.
That's a fact.
Is that true? I could be wrong. Is that so?
It is.
Yes.
All right. But anyway,
It's close.
with that.
It's close. Iron is still really close, though.
So
Wait, what do you mean anyway?
basically what
Hold on,
Tyron said
Wait,
is
what
that
do you mean anyway?
he ain't trying to hear it, bro.
I know, but think about that. You got the iron is not that much farther away from steel, and Blue Note is doing pretty well. And then what you guys keep saying that Luffy keeps getting stronger island to island, so he should have been able to deal with that.
Exactly.
I looked it up.
So
Steel, for the most part, is made out of iron a lot of times. It's a
Yeah.
mixture of several
a
metals.
bit of it in it. It's a compound of
Yes,
a mixture of
it's
metals.
a mixture of several metals, but
But pure
it's called
iron
alloy.
is hard as shit.
On a whole nother level.
Wait, so say you got just an iron.
Listen. Most
Is
anvils
an iron harder than a steel bat? Is an iron harder than a steel bat?
Listen, anvils back in the day was made out of iron. They was like 90% iron. Most of the materials back in the day, which was used for fucking for reinforcement shit like that. That shit, yeah, that was iron. Then they came with steel because steel was easier to make because it was made for like the
and it
leftovers
doesn't
and
get
shit
off
like that.
It doesn't rust. I mean, what's it called? Rust. It doesn't rust.
Yeah,
like
it
iron
doesn't
does.
rust. Like pure iron is a motherfucker to deal with.
The strength of steel varies considerably based on the actual amount of iron.
Steel
that
gets
is-
strong when you put tungsten in it, but that was a new concept, and that's not a concept they're talking about in One Piece.
Yo.
But so back in the day when Navy was trapping in, weren't they cutting iron bars and then he couldn't cut steel?
That was through heat.
Steel, I'm actually looking at it. Steel's actually stronger than iron, but the strength.
Could have sworn.
The strength of the steel depends on how much iron is in the steel. The steel is a mixture of metals and carbon.
Okay, so I'm looking back at the Arlong fight. Arlong with his teeth has destroyed like 4 swords, and Luffy took all them bites and is still scrapping without no lost limbs.
Broke that nigga's teeth too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
There you go.
He broke it.
He did break it.
There you go.
So I'm saying, like, I don't know how he's gonna get a limb cut off or anything from.
He broke that nigga nose. Stop playing with my boy.
Yeah, that nigga Arlong was out here biting through everything and anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, literally, it was,
I think Luffy does take it, but I do think it's high difficulty.
Against who?
Against Mr. One. And I think if Sanji takes it, it's extreme difficulty. Oh, shit.
Well, it's the same difficulty as Zoro did. It's extreme.
I agree.
Sanji.
I can agree to that. I agree to that. But I think in any party, neither party leaves unscathed.
We're not talking about unscathed, but the problem is, do they accomplish the goal? I thought that was
I know. Well, you don't say unscathed. When certain people use certain terminology, it's like it sounds like a wash. Like when Red Nose came in and said Sanji bodies Mr. One. What am I supposed to think?
What?
No,
you did say that. 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 You did say that, Red Nose. You came in and said Sanji body though.
Literally the first thing you said.
That is what you said, nigga.
I'm a Sanji fan, but he ain't bodying Mr. One.
And then you called this nigga captain.
There was a whole lot of questionable acts.
Yeah, you did a whole lot of questionable things.
Niggas use the term body.
That's why we need drunk Red Nose.
Yeah, that's fact.
Listen,
we need
I don't
drunk
think drunk
Red
Red Nose would have said this bullshit that's coming
Nope.
out.
Nice to Virgo. It's his YouTube channel.
Oh, nigga.
Give a damn.
Oh, no. Oh, he got kicked. Someone got kicked.
Virgo.
Virgo got kicked on his own channel.
Nah, Madden got kicked. Like, half of the stream just got kicked.
No.
I see how it is. This nigga called you a bitch nigga and still never got kicked.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Who can Zoro?
Disrespect.
No, I don't mean that, Virgo.
Yo, Virgo.
Who do you think
That's what I'm
Zoro
saying.
can
That's
be?
what I'm saying.
Hey, like, some people say Zoro could be a crocodile with water. Is that possible?
No.
How's he supposed to have water on his blades all the time?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
The water blade technique, yo.
Water blades.
What I find hilarious is when every time somebody says something wild, we all get cleansed.
Oh no.
Oh, you gonna act like you didn't do it.
I know I didn't do it because I got cleansed.
First of all,
sure,
Virgo
Virgo.
acting like
Sure,
he's not
Virgo.
in Sama. Charlie, Virgo acting like he's not in Sama.
No,
sitting on the
Virgo
throne.
acting like he is.
Then who the fuck's the Gora say?
I don't know, but
Jay Hudson.
Yeah, definitely Jay Hut.
You ain't gonna talk to Jay Hudson that way.
Nigga, what do I? Alright, Jay Hut. Apparently Charlie wants me to disrespect you.
Jay Hudson, defend yourself.
You're gonna disrespect my man like that. You're gonna disrespect my man like that.
But you're not gonna do.
After all he did for you,
they said that's not respecting the nigga. Right.
You gonna disrespect the man? Oh,
I got you, Jay Hunt. Fuck you.
Oh, see how he treated you? You see how he treated you, Jay Hunt? You see this?
You need to mute.
This nigga Charlie is so wishy-washy.
What do you mean wishy-washy? I stand on my point, nigga. You need to stop talking to Jay Hudson
Yeah,
that
I stand
way.
on my point too. The Straw Hats would have died.
That's a wrong point.
Like,
yeah, how you gonna stand on your point when you already admitted like 5 minutes ago that Luffy would beat him? Sanji would beat him too. Like you just admitted it and now you take it back. That's not standing on your shit.
Hey, listen, man, Crocodile wouldn't have had to let them fight.
Virgo, honestly,
Crocodile was busy.
You need to learn from Kiro. Because he would have stood on his point with that strong leg.
Listen, that strong leg, but you really gotta stop saying that.
Strong leg.
Niggas need to stop underestimating.
Listen, strong leg.
No, Kiro, I'm not hearing this Kiro shit. No, me and Durston already had a fucking
Kyros
discussion
was a
about Kiro
monster. Undefeated.
No, nigga, I'm not hearing this. That nigga, he was struggling underneath the same fucking shit that Robin was dealing with. No problem. I'm not hearing this shit.
Strong leg.
Oh no.
Kyros was a monster.
No, nigga.
Kyros is
Listen.
You realize Kiro didn't want his daughter to fight, so he taught her
nice.
observation.
That's nice. That's cute.
Like he literally taught her what really taught.
Zoro said.
So he's a good teacher, though. So he's a good teacher.
Undefeated for 20 years in the New World. Undefeated.
That's because Mr. One didn't go to the arena.
Oh, I was about to say that. I was about to say when Kyros beat Mr. One.
Kyros would have watched Mr. One.
Like I honestly hate Diamante, but no one in here can say he's not at least Vice Admiral level. And Kyros washed this nigga with one leg.
Strong leg.
Stop.
Who's Vice Admiral?
Wait, Diamante. I hate him too. He's not as weak as we think. It looks really
We're not
shit.
saying this. We're not saying the nigga weak. But I'm just saying this shit. Robin was dealing with the same shit. This nigga was having a problem because he was struggling.
Robin was on
But Robin said she had the advantage. She said, "Oh wow, thank God there's flowers."
Nigga, but guess what? She was dealing with that shit. Was still hitting her though.
She was taking the damage because this guy was.
It was hitting her hands.
This man was standing in the rain. Robin barely got hit in the back like a couple times.
She was playing dirty.
What are you talking
Fucking Rebecca,
about,
the undefeated woman, came and fight back. What a bitch.
All right, next topic: Kyros versus Straw Hats.
Kyros?
Why? He beat
Kyros is getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Wait.
We're talking about Straw Hats from that arc, right?
that arc?
Talking about an Alabaster.
Alabaster? Kyros will fuck him up.
Okay, so Kyros takes out Luffy. No,
Kyros is fucking them all up.
He's fucking all of them.
Kyros has hockey.
Wait. Does Kyros Does Kyros have his other leg? Because he has his other leg.
Even with
I don't think he needs both legs.
Even with his strong
We have seen the version of Kyros with both legs.
Yes, folks, listen to the cancer.
Let me say it like this. Kyros as a toy beats Zoro and Sanji.
Oh, the disrespect.
Wait.
He made
Can that toy produce hockey?
Yes.
I think so.
Then yes.
Bro, you're wrong.
Wait, what are they gonna do against hockey?
They can't do nothing against hockey. They had no idea what the hell it was.
Wait, you telling me Sanji can't break the toy's neck?
Not with hockey.
He did that.
That's assuming Sanji hits him because remember he got observation hockey, so he's probably gonna dodge it.
On top of that, the toy can't feel pain.
That is.
And we know how fast that.
Hey, bro, I know you got observation hockey, but you can't tell me Sanji can't speed blitz him.
But we know how fast that nigga is.
Wow, I never thought we've even ever had this conversation.
He talked. Listen, if Rebecca could dodge Cavendish, right? Kuro can dodge 3 times beside him.
Rebecca,
y'all really gonna sit here and tell me that the toy Kiro's beating these niggas?
Y'all
The
realize
nigga has hockey.
Rebecca's hockey as well. She was the only one that could dodge fucking Hakuba next to Robin. I mean, but Robin like
I
has
need to
like
sign
that
both these lines
OP
right
power to stop that nigga. That shit wild.
Everyone's getting
tired of this disrespect. Getting tired of this disrespect, Virgo.
Ah, yes, the cleansing.
I swear, Virgo, the last time. I'm gonna
Hey man, I
find
told you,
you.
every time somebody says something wild, we get cleansed.
Nah, nigga, I'm gonna meet you at Wallow's house, nigga.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
But I mean, yeah. So, I mean, we can bring it back to your scenario, Charlie.
What's my scenario?
That you brought up about like the whole Crocodile's entire plan and them being able to stop him without that happening.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
like,
how they're gonna stop Crocodile.
but it happened before. Like Sanji already exposed them, so the people are rioting, right? Like all that shit is happening. All that really needs to happen is like if Zoro's not there to stop Mr. One himself, then either Mr. One is coming to Crocodile to help him, or just slaughter people because he knows that their shit is exposed. Where, like I said, all he really needs to do is get stalled. He doesn't need to be stopped.
I mean,
he just needs to get stalled enough for Luffy to take care of Crocodile, which we know Luffy rolls up at that time to do it.
Let me say this: Tell and Chaka could probably beat Mr. One if they fought him together.
I don't know. It was stated that Pell had hockey, wasn't it?
What?
I don't think so, but Pell and Chaka were strong as hell.
That nigga had no hockey.
First
You
of
saw
all,
the Pell was about to fucking nuke Pell.
Pell had that
bullshit.
P hop.
The Willa P. Yeah, he had that Willa P.
You got that Will.
Yeah. The only time Willa P didn't work was for fucking Pound. Rest in peace, my nigga.
Oh no, I felt bad.
Oh no, we're about to see that in the anime.
And Pedro, nigga.
And Pedro, yeah.
It happened in the anime already.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have been a pretty situation, but like you said, Luffy still would have handled Crocodile. The only problem left would be how the Straw Hats would have been able to deal with Mr. One.
Are y'all still what?
Hey, no, you know what's a fun question? Hey,
fucking up, Mr. One. You need to stop.
Caribou versus Alabasta's Straw Hats.
Ooh. Kobe right now?
Caribou.
I mean, he's a Logia.
No, they've already built, but they've already. Well, no,
they did not deal with them yet.
No counter to his swamp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at that point in time, they would have been fucked by Caribou.
What about
any character that's a Logia and they were fucking them up?
What about Nami's Tornado Temple? He's mud, just.
No, but again, this is at Alabasta. She's barely learning her shit.
Yeah, she don't have that.
Very true, very true.
I guess she do get fucked. Yeah.
Could he be set on
All Caribou gotta do.
No, he's mud.
No, but I think Virgo's got a point. At that point in time, any Logia user would have fucked them all up.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because Luffy could do shit against Smoker. Yeah, Luffy was running away from that.
Hell yeah, fam.
At that point in time, Logias were too much for them.
Think about you know how like when they're running away and Zoro and Sanji will always go back and stall niggas? Zoro and Sanji couldn't do that whenever Smoker was around.
It's because I'm trying to think of like someone in like the new world that we consider fodder or just small time and put them in that scenario. Like how powerful are they really?
I'm gonna say like this.
You know who could be
Peckham's is not. Oh wait, Peckham's OP first. So you talking about a goddamn mink with
Peckham's fucked them up.
He's fucking all their asses up.
Why you doing? Who said Peckham's? What are we doing here? And he got so long.
Yeah,
Peckham's is folding all the.
Wait, I got a question. Post times can Bellamy versus the Straw Hats.
Bellamy wins.
Yeah.
Bellamy wins.
Then you got that hockey. All right. Let's try to even it out. Let's put them at Saboti.
Oh,
they have more power then.
Yeah, a A lot more power.
Yeah, you giving Luffy gears. Wait, you giving Luffy gears. You got Zoro with fucking
That's what I'm saying. That lets them fight a little more. So like, all right. So let's go Bellamy, current Bellamy versus Saboti Straw Hats.
I still say Bellamy.
No,
I don't know.
No, he has hockey.
Hold on,
He
wait.
has hockey.
But remember, it's not 1v1. I said Bellamy versus Straw Hats.
And Bellamy was washing niggas in the Coliseum though.
That he was. That because he was fighting in the.
Literally, the only thing that took him out was Bartolomeo's barrier.
He got bodied by dudes.
I mean, yeah, and he wasn't in Luffy's bracket. Like, come on.
The real question is though, you're actually thinking Bellamy right now could take out Oars?
I think the Straw Hats could. I think the Straw Hats win because.
Yeah, the Straw Hats would win.
I don't think Bellamy would beat the pass.
Well,
low depth.
No, I think his speed allows him.
That's spring hopper.
Oh yeah, that spring hopper shit. And with the hockey, yeah, that's death.
With hockey.
Yeah, I think the Straw Hats would win. It would be a hard fight though.
I think a lot of them getting fucked up.
I feel like some are gonna be knocked out, but they gonna win at the end.
Hold on.
I know niggas that aren't getting one shot by him, like Frankie, Chopper.
No, we're talking about Saboti Straw Hats.
Then
I mean, if Chopper goes monster point,
and I'm talking about pre-time
Saboti. But he
can
control it. That's the problem. He could control it.
No, you gotta realize, like,
that's after he came back.
Of the Straw Hats is really, really up there because them niggas were getting hit by Oars Jr. and we're still getting up on them attack.
But we're talking about
that's
hockey.
what I'm thinking about.
Listen. We saw what?
Yeah, you can't. He has the dark hockey. Yeah.
Like.
You can't deny. You can't fucking just ignore the hockey.
Again, as a Straw Hat group, their endurance level is off the charts. Like not only like talking about Oars, fucking right after the Oars shit, we see fucking Zoro take all of Luffy's pain and shit.
Okay.
Like all these niggas are hard to endure.
Horty Jones versus
on
Straw
top of them not dying from the Kuma's
he's bodying them niggas. Horty Jones.
Horty Jones when he off the pack.
Yeah.
Alabasta or Saboti Straw Hats? Cause
you gotta do Saboti because Alabasta killed him. He killed him.
He bodying them in Saboti. He's still too strong.
Hey, I got one more question. Alabasta Straw Hats versus Bobbins.
Oh, Bobbins.
We don't know too much about Bobbins. No,
I mean, it's so hard to tell.
That shit don't work on Luffy.
No, it does. That shit does work on Luffy.
It did work on Luffy. That nigga's gonna go night.
Arc.
Yeah.
He got hypnotized in Usopp's arc. What are you talking
Listen,
about?
Bobbins literally struck down countries. I don't like.
Yes, sir.
The way it is that
Just not what.
You know the real fight that y'all should have said? It should have been Foxy versus the Straw Hats.
Here's a better question.
Who y'all got? Y'all got Foxy?
Hold on. Alabasta Straw Hats.
at the beginning of the game,
yeah, I got the
all you could do was key for the water tank.
Niji
Go in there as a kid
versus the Alabaster Straw Hats.
Do one thing and you have to
Niji, come on, that's not fair.
Yo, what's going on here?
This is so much fun.
Crazy.
Or
I don't know who in the background, but
Yo! Somebody mute themselves.
What happened?
Better.
it's probably Jay Hudson.
All right, we're good now.
How is it be me?
Yeah, don't you ever blame Jay Hudson.
Why
Because
everybody
it got quiet when you muted yourself.
Blame Jay Hudson. I ain't gonna blame Jay Hudson like that.
Y'all good. All right, I actually have a very serious one. I have CP9 versus Alabaster Straw Hats.
CP9
rates them. What? What?
Like how you get those? They're their enemies from a later arc. How you never gonna beat them? Like, come on, they're at that level.
Them niggas getting
I really just want to see. I want to see how level-headed y'all were.
So remember that. Wait.
Nigga,
the Straw Hats.
I hear that from you. You think Trubisky can score?
Listen, Virgo, you're the one that created an unlevel-headed stream.
Remember, niggas was raping them niggas. They all
I don't know what you're talking about.
That nigga the Matrix Matrix, boy.
No fucking awareness and shit.
Virgo was saying
They should definitely dump on them.
Virgo was saying nigga that said that Luffy would do an high diff. Zoro is an extreme diff, Sanji an extreme diff. But then he said all the Straw Hats are getting waxed or killed.
Yep, he's all, I stand by my point. Just shut. Anyways, back to a different one. How many arcs of Straw Hats does it take till they could beat Rebecca?
Oh,
wow.
Rebecca? Wait, I want to hear this. Cause y'all sleep on
Let me think about this before I blurt something out.
Yeah. You better think about it.
Rebecca was skilled with some fighting. She knew a little something.
Which arc can the Straw Hats beat us?
What was that?
Because we saw the Boa sisters with observation hockey, and they were snake dancing on Luffy.
The Boa sisters observation hockey is trash compared to Rebecca.
They were snake dancing on Luffy.
So if it's that, then so I'm going with you gotta go with Saboti.
Somebody better answer their phone.
I'm saying answer your phone. Saboti will fuck her up.
Hey, bro, if I'm gonna be honest, man, these niggas gotta be in the new world, bro.
No, not type of scattered. No.
New world? Like where in the new world though?
Tyrant, are you talking about it needs to be like 3D2Y?
Scattered.
You can't just keep saying one word and then
I think he means 3D2Y.
Oh, like Solo by themselves? And Luffy will beat that bitch.
Are we talking about like during? Are we talking about during the 3D2Y or like after?
He must be talking about like during the training.
Because during, like they're still learning. They're still learning. They don't know enough.
Yeah, but I still learning.
With some knowledge, they have a chance.
Okay, so 3D. So Luffy during that time versus her.
I think.
Damn, everybody get Thanos fight. What happened?
Now we meet at Wallo's house.
The thing about Rebecca is like she's got the OP observation, but she has no attacks. Like no attack power.
She doesn't.
I had all the way take them after a while and shit during the fucking their little training shit. I would say they can probably contend with her, but Sabaodi's getting washed.
Thing is, like they can't hit her, but she probably might. She won't hit them.
She wouldn't be able to hurt them. That's the thing. Like they would eventually be able to hit her, and they would win at Saboti easily.
Oh yeah,
I mean, the only person we've seen her attacked is Viola, and that was not of her own will.
And especially if we're talking about her fighting them as a group, because like you said, she's gonna be faster than them. But all it really needs to take is endure some of her hits, and either Robin or Luffy get a hold of her, and then it's over. So
we've also seen basic armament hockey from Luffy's head break her sword.
Mm-hmm. I think we're severely underestimating Luffy's actual speed pre-skip.
Hit that bitch with a car bomb.
I agree, but it's just hard to compare pre-time skip speed because like it was really only him, Sanji, and maybe a couple other characters that were showing off that type of speed. It wasn't him and another person showing that speed, so you could really compare it like it is in the New World.
That's a fact.
In the New World, we see so many people with speed that you can compare it. You compare it.
Everybody got Zoro type speed, but before that,
it's hard to say how that speed compares to the old niggas. Like, but I agree with you. We can't underestimate how fast this fucking Luffy and Sanji were at that time.
Think about like Luffy, even in the war when he was all battered and fucked up, was still speed blitzing a lot of people.
And dodging Mihawk's strikes.
Yeah,
he was doing a lot of shit.
He fighterized Mihawk. Let's be real here, boys and girls. He fighterized Mihawk.
What?
Mihawk is a
what? What?
I wouldn't say fighterized.
Hey, J-Huck, get ready to kick this nigga.
But he made Mihawk respect that nigga. He made Mihawk respect him.
That man took an attack from Mihawk and kept running.
He fodderized him. What are you talking about?
Listen, this man Mihawk.
You gotta explain it. Yeah, you gotta explain this.
Actually trying to kill Luffy, and Luffy was dodging and weaving this man's attacks, like dancing around like fucking Katakuri was. Y'all don't remember this panel?
Yeah, I feel like
wait, you in your heart of hearts really think he was trying to kill Luffy?
Literally said it was. He said, "Sorry, Redhead, I gotta go do this."
Like,
okay, listen. Mihawk also said to Zoro, wait. Mihawk said to Zoro, "I'm also not going to hold back. I'll hit you with the world's strongest attack." And when he slashed Zoro, why did he not just cleave him in two?
Because he kept him alive on purpose.
Oh, so he didn't go all out.
No, he went all out. He just made the blade not go all the way through him.
Nah, G.
He didn't let the blade go all the way through him. My God.
See, for both cases with the Zoro and the Luffy thing, I could see that Mihawk was given a full powered slash that could kill a motherfucker. But was he going at it with passion, like he really wanted to kill him, like it's an enemy or a rival or something? No, because we know he probably could have done some other crazy shit to throw him instead of just straight single angular blades. You know,
if you're gonna tell me that Mihawk can't land a sword strike, but Momonga can, fuck out of here.
No, again, I'm not saying.
He's one of the strongest vice admirals.
I think like certain attacks are like technique based. So attacks where they like cut through like big ass like objects and shit like that. That may be more technique based than it is power based.
Virgo, look at your DMs on.
Like it was a technique to cut through steel versus the power to cut through steel.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point.
I mean, but either way, I feel like that moment was more of a Mihawk giving some respect to Luffy when Luffy dodges that shit than Luffy doing any fodderize.
Katakuri, I'm not going to underestimate you. Proceeds to cover him in mochi and leaves.
That's Willa P, man.
What?
That boy Katakuri didn't respect Luffy. And he had to learn. He had to learn the hard way. You gonna respect me.
Yo, man. He started off trying to kill
anyone in here still thinks Katakuri could actually beat Luffy? Because I hear that every day and it's fucking blasphemy.
I mean, like, let me think. If he actually goes all out from the jump, and we ain't with the bullshit,
he's not.
Like, come on now. It's really not that hard to think about that.
This man.
He's not. This
nigga had multiple opportunities to kill Luffy.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, he could have killed Luffy when he pinned that nigga down with shit. You have to understand how that fight first started off. He was trying to
exactly how it started off. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Luffy, Taro, and Wano.
Oh, you're talking about Luffy now?
Luffy, Taro, and Wano is gonna fare better. I want to know how he's gonna deal with the awakening, because the current Luffy was not dealing with the awakening well whatsoever.
In the end of the fight, he was. What do you mean?
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. They were exchanging blows. He got the grilled mochi off. He bopped him in the face. Then we got a montage.
That's not awakening.
For 2 more hours.
I'm talking about the mirror mochi.
Awakening.
Same mirror mochi that when he